if you're always losing money when trading, then I think it's one of these 10 or 11 reasons, or at least one. Maybe someone might even have all 10 of them, right? So just watch till the end so that you know or which one might potentially be your reason, right? So first of all, I've not trading with the trend, right? I'm sure that most of you, or almost everyone, has heard this saying before: trading with the trend is your friend, right? So yeah, trading with the trend is actually the best thing that you can do for yourself, right? So you can do this in a couple of ways. You can use moving averages, you can check market structure. I'm not going to be going much into depth about that. I've talked about this a couple of times by now, right? So you have to trade with the trend, right? So that's just one reason, right? Then the second thing is probably you're not sticking to one strategy until you are perfecting it, right? So this also tallies with patience. I think I'm going to be talking about patience. Impatience is later in the video, right? But if you're not, maybe today you are using what? You are using zone flips, right? And you think that they don't work, right? Tomorrow you are using moving averages. You see that they don't work, right? And you keep on changing strategies until a point that you have exhausted all those strategies. One thing that I have to let you know is that there's no holy grail in trading, right? There's no perfect strategy, right? Each strategy has its own downfalls, each strategy has its own strength and its weaknesses, right? So you have to work it with one strategy at a time, right? So that you get the hang of that strategy. And after you get the hang of that strategy, then you move on to another strategy. And you also have to confluence those strategies, to use them both. Where there is a confluence, then that's probably even better, right? Then the third thing is, yeah, likely you're not depositing enough money, guys. Yeah, I get this question quite a lot of times: which amount is actually the best to start trading, right? Yeah, it all comes down to which type of trader you are. Are you a scalper? Are you a swinger? Are you a day trader? Blah blah blah. There are a lot of things that are going to play. What's your trading style? It comes down to your emotions, your trading strategy that you're using. Is it moving averages? You know the strategy that you're using, right? So there are a lot of things that come into play. So there's no exact amount. But if you want me to go more into depth about how you can determine this, then just comment in the comment section down below any topic of all those that I'm going to be mentioning in here, which you want me to go further on, right? What you want me to go deeper on, right? Then the fourth thing is impatience, right? So impatience touches a lot of things, right? So impatience can touch that not trading with the trend, right? You are not patient enough to wait for the trend, right? Not sticking to one strategy, right? That's all impatience, right? So with forex trading, you have to be patient until you get the strategy, until you get the type of trader that you are, until you get to know the setups that work for you, until you get to know a lot of things. You discover a lot of things if you are patient, right? So one thing that I have to advise you is just to be patient, right? Another thing that shows that you are a little bit patient is you've watched up until this far. It's how many minutes now? Maybe 3, right? Almost 3, right? So if you've been able to watch this far, then I guess you're a little bit patient, right? But those who are very patient, watch till the end of this video, because they are very patient, because they want to know what they are potentially doing wrong, what they might be potentially doing wrong. But I'm sure by now, more than half of those who have clicked this video have already clicked off. And that I guarantee, I can bet a lot of money that more than half have already clicked off. And that's because a lot of people are impatient and guess if that person goes into the market, are they going to be patient? If they can't watch maybe a 10-minute video, 12-minute video, I don't know how this video is going to be, how long this video is going to be, but I guess maybe 10, max 12, right? But if you're not even patient to wait for 10 minutes, are you going to be able to wait for a whole day for your setup to work, right? Of course we are not, right? Then the fifth thing is FOMO, right? FOMO is just stands for fear of missing out, right? So most people are scared of being left out, right? So this leads them to not trading with the trend. You are entering too early. You want to get those sniper entries, right? But most of the times goes it doesn't go in your direction, right? Most of the times you lose money just because you don't want to miss out. You have to wait for that breaking market structure. You have to wait for that perfect setup to be completed, right? Before you jump into that trade. If the trade leaves you, then just let it go, bro. Let it grow, right? There are many chances for you to enter in the market later, right? So you just have to let it go if a trade misses you. Then the sixth thing is you are probably comparing yourself with others, right? You're comparing yourselves and making what maybe you're comparing yourself with, maybe if it's in Zimbabwe, maybe you're comparing yourself with Brandon Angelo. You're comparing yourself, you're setting too high targets, right? So You have to have targets that go in line with the type of trader that you are, the amount that is in your account, right? There are a lot of things that come into play, right? It also comes down to not depositing enough money, right? So you have to know where you stand, right? So this also starts with the seventh point that I mentioned, right? Is working with difficult targets. Working with difficult. What does that mean, right? It's working with difficult targets, right? So maybe you have a $10 account and you are targeting $100 by the end of the day, right? So most of the times you are obviously going to blow that account because you're not waiting for the best setup. Yeah, of course you're not patient enough because your targets are not aligning with the time that you have, right? So you have reasonable targets when you are trading, right? So this also makes you avoid making a lot of mistakes, right? So you have targets, right? So the next thing is you're exiting too early, right? So most of the times, let me just check maybe this example over here, right? So most of the times, maybe you get this buy entry over here after you've done all your considerations, right? You get this entry over here, and then you see maybe the over here, right? The market starts to consolidate a little bit. Maybe you think, maybe the market is starting to reverse now, but you know that overall the market is going to buy even for the whole day, right? And you just exit over here. Imagine how you'd feel if you watch the market keeps on continuing going up, right? Of course, you feel frustrated. That will hate you, right? So you have to, if it comes to the worst, then you just have to keep on adjusting your stop loss, right? So let's say over here in another trade, you shift your stop loss to this structural point, you shift your stop loss to the next structural point. At least if you get stopped out maybe over here, you know that at least you had tried, right? There's nothing that hurts more than knowing that you lose without even trying, guys. At least you have to try. Give it a fighting chance, guys. I know you got it in you, right? Give it a fighting chance, right? So, and patience also comes into play over here. You don't want to lose a couple of maybe $2 to gain $10. Bro, come on, be serious, man. Then the ninth point is you're over trading, right? Most of the people, yeah, it comes down also to maybe having difficult targets, right? You want to reach $100, but you are only on $20. So you just keeping on looking for setups that don't even align with your trading plan. You're looking for setups that don't even make any sense just because you want to reach your targets, right? So you have to avoid over trading because over trading is going to make you continually lose a lot of money in the long run, right? And most of the times, you know this. If you're an overtrader, you know this. If you overtrade, and the last trade of the day, that's what you lose. So that the pain will hit you even more, knowing that maybe I had made $80 and wanting to make that extra $20 just to reach $100 made me lose all that profit. Guys, that yes, I've been there. I've been all through these things that I'm sharing with you, right? Then the 10th thing is you lack control of your emotions, right? So you don't have to let emotions get the better of you, right? So let's say you lose half of your account. If you had $100, you lose $50, right? You don't have to go in the market over trading, right? You don't have to go looking for just any setup so that you can recover that money. You have to sit down, relax, right? And if it's possible, you have to even leave the market for that day, right? Go relax, go settle your mind somewhere else, go find something to do, maybe go for a jog, whatever, just to keep your mind off things, right? Then come back, follow your trading plan just as it is, right? Just make rational decisions. You don't have to act out of emotion and start over trading and start revenge trading, right? So don't act out of emotion. Be in control of your emotions. Be the boss. Yeah, be the boss. Show them who's the boss. Show them that you have control of your emotions. Right. Then the last thing that can help you control most of all these things that you have to do is having a trading plan. Most of you guys don't have a trading plan. A trading plan must have which setups you enter, the targets that you have per day, the maximum loss that you can have per day, maybe the setups that you enter. If you enter zone flips, enter even moving averages, there are a lot of things, right? So you must have a trading plan, a trading journal also, so that if you win a trade, you write down why you think that trade went your way, why you think that trade worked perfectly. If you lose a trade, write down what you think made you lose that trade. Were you over emotional? Did you have was your stop loss too tight? All that stuff, it all comes into play, right? So make sure that you have a trading plan so that it can help you shape the type of trading style that you want, so that it can shape you and be in control of your emotions. And most of the things that we mentioned above can be solved using by just having a trading plan, having a trading journal, so that having a trading journal, you can be able to work, you can be able to know, or you can be able to learn from your previous mistakes also.